Welcome to Bio class. Today we will discuss sexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, we saw that the single parent was there. Single parent system. It means that here the one from the one parent, that individual that offspring born, offspring will born. Okay, but in sexual reproduction, I think you know that here the male and the female both are required, both sexes are required, male and female, to produce the new generation. Okay, so the sexual reproduction, it means here that the both the sexes, male and the female, are needed to produce new generation. Okay, so this is not difficult to understand. Previous asexual reproduction, we know that the asexual reproduction, it is present in the lower organisms mostly, and the higher organism they are doing the sexual reproduction. In lower organism, there is some limitation the asexual mode of reproduction that we'll discuss afterward. Now, in sexual reproduction, there is some advantages. Okay, now next part we can come that why the sexual mode of reproduction, the why a sexual mode of reproduction is required. Now anyone can say that in asexual mode of reproduction, the number of individual will produce more and it very easily and without consuming energy, less energy is required in that. Then why the sexual mode of reproduction it is required? So one thing we have to understand that the variation only created in sexual mode of reproduction. The variation is created only sexual mode of reproduction. Just take one example. Suppose one mango plant is there, mango tree is there. So you have cloned it and you have increased the number of mango tree. So number of mango tree will increased, but not the variation. The kind of the mango, whatever there, it will be same as other. Okay, so the variation, if it is required, for that the sexual mode of reproduction is required, and variation it is preferred by the nature. Variation is very important for the evolution. So all these things it is required, and that is why the sexual mode of reproduction is there, the mostly in higher plant, and the lower plant also this reproduction is there. In sexual mode of reproduction, here is a parent 1 crossed with parent 2, so that here the offspring is produced. Look at here the genetic contribution here, the parent 1 and 2 are not same, it is similar, it is, they are the different genetic characters, so that the new here, when the individual is born, they are having some new genetic variations. This variation it is good for the evolution, good for the environment, because it is the environment, our nature that wants the different types of individual they should be in nature, so that they can cope up in their according to the situation. Okay, so this is only happen in sexual mode of reproduction. It is not possible in asexual or any other kind of type. Okay, if we take one parent here, suppose this is the parent. Okay, so this parent, when they will produce the gamete, so this is the gamete. Gamete, it can be sperm or ovum. So that the here the genetic material that DNA, it will they can transfer here in the gamete. one thing you have to remember, that the parent, the individual, whatever it is, male or female, when they are transmitting this DNA, it is not exactly same. It is not possible that exactly same it is there in the every sperm, because we know that in cell division, in crossing over, it changed a little bit, so that this gamete is not 100% same. It will be very close to 100%, but it is not 100% same. Okay. And another parent, if we see this one also, the gamete here also the DNA it is there. Okay. And when the new individual will born, that is the offspring, so this offspring will be in different looking. It is not exactly same to their parents or father or mother. So I think it is very easy to understand. The same parent if they are produced the many individual 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all are not look same, but they are produced from the same genetic material. How we can explain this one? We can explain that when DNA is copied, that in every sperm and ovum, whatever that it goes, it is not exactly same as the parent they are having the DNA. So it a little bit changed. That change will makes the variation. But if the change is bigger change, very big change is there, and the fault is there, anything fault is there, so that will be the create the mutation, and it will create the huge problem. So that is completely different. We know that our chromosome number is 46. That number, the chromosome is there, and inside the chromosome the DNA is there. Okay. In case of sexual reproduction, if we consider that 46, that chromosome number, if this 46 it goes to the ovum or sperm, means gamete. Suppose here it is sperm, here it is ovum. So that new individual will get 92 that chromosome, new individual will get. It means that the next generation will be 184, but it has not happened. What it happened? I think you may know. Here in gametes, in the process of meiotic cell division, it turns into half of it. It means that 23. So that the next generation, that 46, that chromosome number, it is maintained. You know that the chromosome number, it is certain number, it is there. Suppose in human it is 46, in frog it is 26, in cat it is 38, dog 78, like that. Different number it is. And inside the genetic material, DNA is there, certain DNA combinations is there. So all these things it turns into half, so that the next generation also it will be the human chromosome number that we are getting, and in that way it is going on. That you have to make it clear. Okay, now it is clear that in germ cell contain the half of the chromosome. If chromosome is paired, then half of it the germ cell gets. And the size of the germ cells and say if it is different, if it is sometime it is similar looking it is there, and both can move. Okay, so from that in the higher form we know that one big size gamete is there. Big size gamete is there inside the genetic material with food material is there. This food material for the embryo, the food for the embryo, food material, And another gamete, it is small. Here food material is not there or very less, but the genetic material, genetic contribution is the same. So we know that very easily we can identify this two, that one is ovum, another is sperm. So ovum and the sperm. So this is the oogamous type of sexual reproduction. You know that in the female gamete here, most of the sexual reproduction takes place inside the female body. So that here the ovum is non-motile. I mean, it cannot move. So for the movement, nothing is there. But for the sperm, or sperm like anything, that for the movement, one flagella type tail is there, so that it can move and reach to the ovum. When the fertilization takes place, when the zygote will develop, then embryo will form here, and embryo will get the food material from that inside the ovum, whatever there. So this is the very initial fact that we should know, that in sexual reproduction it is there. Next is sexual reproduction in flowering plant. Okay, this one we'll do next day. So today just you just read this part, that what I have taught. Okay, thank you.